Not a kicker or a punter here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're off and running from Charlotte. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
As a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win.
Fits it through the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down. Now they turn to their rookie from Georgia for the first time. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Finds Sanders. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Alontae Taylor making the stop. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Out of the gun, Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And bringing them out as a former 5th rounder from South Carolina, and before that, Oklahoma, it's Spencer Rattler.
As you take the field coming off of a real late season bye, you just want to maximize what last week was all about. Making sure that physically, mentally, emotionally, you're recharged so you can go attack the final stretch of this season.
Now Rattler. That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
Throw left side, complete. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Here's Rattler. That's caught by Chris Olave. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. 2nd and 3 now. From the 41. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense. It just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
An extra corner into the game for the Panthers. 3rd down. Rattler to the air now. He finds Johnson. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. And they may say they're not paying attention, but everybody maintaining a constant eye on the current playoff picture. A lot on the line each week for the teams that think they have what it takes to make a run in the postseason. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials.
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump. And, well, they got one of them to move that time. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap now to Young. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
To the air on 1st down, Young. Pulled in by Tommy Trumbull. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Sticking to the air, it's Young. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 4. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. Young working from the gun. Bails out of the pocket quick. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Saints grab it! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they got to be looking to one another. Hold each other accountable to hold on to the ball.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They'll only need a few inches here on 3rd down. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Looking to throw, Rattler. And the Panthers are there to bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Trevin Wallace has it. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Thrown at the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
Extra point try is good by Wright. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick 6. Need short memories here as they head back out. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, for pitchers, you'll hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high-percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Rattler setting to throw. Kamara's got it. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. DJ Wonnum gets there to haul him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They run it from the gun with Kamara. And he doesn't get the lane he wants or needs. He's going to be taken down at the line. And the Panthers into the nickel set. 3rd down coming. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Well into this first half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity, and any success for an offense.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And it's going to be Panthers football. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Young to throw. State pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is one of the occasions, Kate, where this defense got to just keep chopping wood. Keep chopping wood. I know they're a little more careful about actually having axes in locker rooms anymore after injuries, but the mantra is the same. You can't look at the scoreboard nor worry about what your offense is doing. You got to keep punishing your opponent.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Young to throw it. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Saints will get set to take over. The New Orleans offense set to go now. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Kamara now on 1st and 10. He's out in the clear. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 25 yards. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. They bring Olave in motion. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. They give on 2nd to Kamara. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. First throw for the backup now. And the Panthers are there to bring him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. So the Saints send out Blake Grupe for the try. From the right hash, 55 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
He stopped on the return at the 27. The Panthers set to take the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They motion the tight end over. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
There is no thought needed from him. He has been doing this so long, dating back to college and high school. Those instincts, and they come at you with a capital I. Identify that run, fire downhill, and get home in the backfield before that play could get started.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They send a man in motion. On third down, it's Young. He has the first over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Chased out to his right. He can run it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. The Panthers in possession. Here's Young on 1st and 10. Buys time, rolling right. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact. It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
The Saints calling for a timeout, their first. Looks like they will indeed try it, 4th and 2. They'll run for it, Hubbard. And he crashes into a wall and only gets back to the line of scrimmage. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. They're out and set. 1st and 10. They send him left out of the slot. Throwing from the gun. Connects with Johnson. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Into the hand. Oh, he lost the football. Panthers pick this one up.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Here come the Panthers, taking over late in this first half. And leading just 7. Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. 2nd and 3. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. The 50. 30. Gets the 10. And he makes the half goal. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Second time he's had an errant throw taken back for 6 in this half, Brock. As a quarterback, how do you come back from this knowing there's so much game left?
How do you come back from it, or how do your family and friends come back from it? I know as I get older, I think about them more and more. As a competitor, you're just going to grit your teeth and do what you can. But for the loved ones following, that's a tough second pick 6 to watch.
Right there to tack on the point after. And the Panthers drive their lead to 11. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Only 17 seconds left for them as they begin this drive. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. So we reached halftime in Charlotte. The hometown fans feeling good. Their Panthers have the lead. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
With that, the two squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kay Scott and Brock Eward.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Saints and Spencer Rattler coming out for their next drive. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now Rattler. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
It's Kamara on 3rd down. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Escapes the pocket. He'll try and run this. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Encroachment, defense.
So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. The penalty goes ahead and gives them the first.
Automatic 1st down.
So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Rattler. This is complete to Olave. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Some movement there before the snap. Right side of the line. This is going to back them up.
Ball start. Offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. They're going play action. Gets this to Johnson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Working inside the red zone. He finds Johnson. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here.
False start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Hitting Olave on the slant. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 3rd and just 2 to go. Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the first.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Automatic first down.
So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. Tight end going in motion here. Running it after the penalty. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Kamara will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Rattler to the air now. Has it down close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
And he's brought down for a loss. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
4th down, you want the ball in the hands of your biggest and best playmaker. In a lot of offenses, that is the QB. They trusted him to run for it, but the defense locked it down in time.
The Panthers get going again once more on offense. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending, the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air, so that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
Short pass brought in. And he gets this one up to the 10-yard line. Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Here's a give to Hubbard. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Encroachment, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Let's go.
They'll run here following the penalty. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They pick up a yard. Still need 1 more, though. 3rd down coming up. On the option, they give it to Brooks. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Pickup of 2 here. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down. Hubbard trying this up the gut. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the 28. Gets this to Sanders. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Justin Reed with the tackle.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Caught for big yards on the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
To the air on first down, Young. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Couldn't connect on first, it's second down. Here's Hubbard on the give. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a two-score game to begin the fourth. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Slot receiver headed left. Throw on 3rd down. Pass complete to Hubbard. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
Whether they meant to go to him or it was an adjustment on the fly, that's not the read that was going to beat this defense for a first down. That look, well, this crew defensively was prepared for and knew how to keep it short of the marker.
Punter on now, and he gets into this one. Oh, they are loving this one. It flies out of bounds, and it wasn't too far off the end zone. They're going to say it crossed at the 3. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Another run for Kamara. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Here's Rattler. This is reeled in by Kamara. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
On now comes their punter. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it'll be their football. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Young on the play action. And this one's up there, but a little too far up there.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and is so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
Finds him over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Never eat shredded wheat. North, east, south, and west, right, Kate? And I like on third downs, north and south. You start going east to west and eating that wheat, you could run into problems just like that.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Oh, he nearly coffin cornered that one, just a little too far, and it's out of the side of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints come marching onto the field, and the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running behind center with Kamara. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Caught by Miller. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Taken in by Shaheed. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Going option, headed left on this 1st down. And he finds him enough room to get it up to the 42-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Encroachment, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still 2nd down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Rattler back to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. They'll throw it again. Gets this one to Shaheed. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. 2nd and 3 now. From the 27. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. Rattler setting to throw. Kamara's got it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. Offense set for a 1st and 10. They go play action here. Fires right away, but incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. This is complete to Olave. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Working quickly here. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Rattler. Flushed out of the pocket. And they take this in for the score. The Saints now within one score in the fourth. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. The Carolina offense headed out now. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Young working from the gun. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Blast through midfield. And he's all the way into enemy territory, officially at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Back-to-back carries here. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. On 2nd down, it's Brooks. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Motioning left is their running back. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot. And now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Panthers pick up the win here. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from Charlotte.